Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome to Three Buck Theater, and this is a big news day. It's kind of been a big news week, especially if you happen to be a fan of Star Wars. Coming off of May the 4th on Monday, we are now getting some news that I think a lot of people could expect or anticipate, but not specifically in the way that we thought. So it's been reported through rumors and leaks for a while now that Temuera Morrison, who portrayed Jango Fett and all of the clone troopers throughout Attack of the Clones, is the one who will be coming back to play Commander Rex in season 2 of The Mandalorian alongside Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. It worked for me in so many levels, seeing him come back and play a role of a character that I personally love. I love Rex's character in the Clone Wars, and I would love to see him portrayed by Temuera Morrison. But what I didn't expect or anticipate was that we were actually going to be getting this. Yeah, my terrible Photoshop work aside, this is legitimately what is being reported right now. This is what's being talked about right damn now. And that is that according to The Hollywood Reporter, The Mandalorian will feature Temuera Morrison returning as Boba Fett. Yeah, not as Commander Rex, as Boba effing Fett. And what? I mean, all that can mean is episode 5. Episode 5, that's now got a whole new thing to it. Saying here that the actor who played the famous bounty hunter's father in the 2002 Star Wars Attack of the Clones will be appearing in season 2 of the Disney Plus Star Wars series. Sources say that Morrison will play Boba Fett, the famed bounty hunter who first appeared on the big screen in Empire Strikes Back and then who seemingly died in Return of the Jedi as he fell into a Sarlacc pit. Actor Jeremy Bulloch played the character. Boba Fett is expected to play just a small role in season 2 of the series after the character was teased in the season 1 episode The Gunslinger, when a mysterious figure sporting the bounty hunter's trademark spurs approached the apparently lifeless body of Fennec Shand, played by Ming-Na Wen. Well, yeah, that's the thing, is there was the spur sound at the end of that, and that was clearly an Easter egg to Empire Strikes Back, even though Boba Fett never wore spurs in either property. So it's kind of funny to have that be a sound effect associated with the character. But this is what I was talking about yesterday when I said that all things considered, Dave Filoni is bringing the Clone Wars live action to Disney Plus, and that this is probably one of the reasons why Lucasfilm Animation is going to stop working on Star Wars shows for a while. And I know people out there are going to argue with me. They argued with me in the comments yesterday over that thing. Look, Forces of Destiny or some of the shorts that they have done will probably continue. It's for an entirely different audience, a younger audience. Obviously, it's going to stay that way. But when we think about the Clone Wars and Dave Filoni and his influence, and clearly what they want to back, this is what they want to back. So The Hollywood Reporter saying that Temuera Morrison is going to be back as freaking Boba Fett is just nuts. It's just nuts to me, because they're going to have to de-age him a little bit. They're going to have to de-age him by a considerable amount. So if you think about it, if Temuera Morrison in 2002, or at the time, let's say the clone was about 30 years old. Well, a long time has passed. We're talking like 25 years, 25, 30 years, probably somewhere in that area. So the young, 13-year-old Boba or 10-year-old Boba is now going to be maybe in his late 30s, early 40s, or maybe early to mid 40s. And, and Temuera Morrison, I think, is definitely a little bit older than that. So they might have to de-age him a little bit, or just put him in the mask, because he's also not a real Mandalorian. That they've been clear to tell us on that one too, right? So he could take off his helmet and it won't bother him at all. But because he's not, this is the way, he's not part of that whole thing. The armorer is going to be like, no, you don't, you're not welcome here, sir, and or ma'am. I don't know. I don't judge what's underneath that helmet. We don't know what's going to happen yet. Now, I still think they could pull double duty with Temuera Morrison and have him appear as both Boba Fett and Commander Rex. Now, that to me would be one hell of a thing to do. If they pulled that off, if they did that, I would be very happy. And I'll tell you why I'll be very happy. One, I do want to see Boba Fett come back 100%. I love the character. I'd love to see more with him. Obviously, they kind of left it open to Schrodinger's Sarlacc pit for quite some time. Did he live? Did he die? We don't know. They won't claim. Even though the Hollywood Reporter is talking about this right now, they're not, sources say is not a confirmation from Disney or Lucasfilm. We're going to have to wait to see what happens with that. But I do think that Boba coming back for a brief period of time is going to be something that a lot of fans want to see. We got a bit more Boba Fett as a child following the events of Attack of the Clones as he plotted his revenge against Mace Windu in the Clone Wars. Those were some fun episodes because it saw him teaming up with the bounty hunters that we saw in Empire Strikes Back, like Bosk and a few other ones. And that was, and I think even like Dash Rendar, is that the one who was there? Or am I thinking of someone totally different? But anyway, it was great. It was a lot of fun at the time to watch that character play out and to get more with that character. But we never got a lot with him as a bounty hunter. So looking at the way things are going right now, looking at the way that Disney has been, all these rumors are coming up like they want to do Hayden Christensen as an Anakin Skywalker series or have him in a Vader series or something. Like there's reports coming out now that people are talking, like Scoopsters are talking about, saying that they want to get Anakin to come back as Vader or something. And I'm just like, oh, okay, like you guys, like you can kind of see where Disney is headed. Disney still wants to play in the original trilogy. Yeah, they're going to play on the ancillary sides of that, but they know that the fan base always boils back down to one thing, and that is the OT. That is where they want this whole thing to take place. And it does seem to make to me a fair amount of sense. I mean, the prequel trilogy, I believe, has gotten better with age, especially Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Fight me on Attack of the Clones actually being an okay movie. Phantom Menace is still but Dave Filoni in the latest episode of the Gallery, talking about the legacy, he described the Phantom Menace in a way that that makes me appreciate it more. I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to go check it out. But this is why Filoni needs the keys to the kingdom. And I think right now, whatever Filoni wants, they're going to give him. And this dude is a big Star Wars nerd. So if he's saying, I want to do a Boba Fett show, they could do a Boba Fett show. Given the current state of affairs with Hollywood and the global pandemic, the stagecraft technology is going to be utilized and heavily sought after because of how it enables small crews to do what could be considered big productions for at a very quick notice, at a very quick pace. So it allows them that new technology to be used in order to get more things off the ground, which means, oh, how many of these shows, these Star Wars shows, are now going to utilize that technology as they just keep cycling through? Oh, we wrapped up one production. Let's reset to zero, bring in the next production. And it's not going to take more than a day or two in order to reset the stage because they've already got all the digital files and everything else already going. So there's a lot there that they're going to be able to do with it. And I think Boba Fett popping up is going to be cool, but I'm just, maybe it's me and maybe you guys agree or disagree. I don't know, but I want to know if you think it'd be cooler to see Boba Fett or Temuera Morrison as Commander Rex. I personally, I want Rex, and that has a lot to do with the fact that the Clone Wars just ended and we don't, and Rebels and everything else, but we got a great arc with Rex at the beginning of season 7 with the Bad Batch. It was an excellent Rex arc, and I'm glad they gave him that character development. I want to see Commander Rex. That's where I'm at. You guys could think totally differently than me, but I do want to hear your thoughts and your opinions on this. Is this big news? Is this crazy news? Is this, oh my God, mind melting news? Let me know down in the comments below. Please be sure to thumbs up the video, subscribe, hit that bell, all that jazz, and I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you again for watching, and peace out.